so I already broke loose the bolt, so what we gotta do now is just loosen it up, and then you can get it with your hand actually. You might want to hold the bracket a little bit in place just because it might move around and it might fall, and it might fall on the floor or something. Okay, there it goes. And with that, your caliper should just come off. It's kind of, my brakes are kind of old, so what you gotta do if you have problems taking it off, don't feel like you did anything wrong. You didn't. Just gotta work it a bit until it comes off. There you go. And let's see. Okay. I've seen people they reuse these little pads, which basically helps the brake pads reduce noise, from what I heard. So if you guys want to keep those parts, and just basically just clean them up with a wire brush and some some brake cleaner. Looks like this guy put some kind of I think what they call like anti-seat or something like that to help the pad stay in place and reduce noise. Okay, so there's that. So what you want to do from keep it hanging, what I do is I grab my jack, one of my jacks, and I kind of place it right here. And whoopsie. Sorry guys, it's kind of hard for me to do both things at once, recording and do this here. So what I do is I get my jack stand and I just kind of, this is not my jack stand, it's just my jack, to assist it so it doesn't hang. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, there's a few screws you gotta get loose, and I gotta go get the right size. Is it over here somewhere? I was experimenting with the different sizes because I couldn't find the right ones. Ow. Oh, it's right here. Whoopsie, I'm a dumbass. Okay, so like I said guys, sorry for the shitty quality, but I'm trying to do this with one hand. So you want to loosen this thing up. Actually it looks like I'm about to hold it down. So basically you're going to break these two loose, and once you do that, this rotor should come right off. I'm going to put the camera down for a second as I do this. Alright, so we got the control, excuse me, we got the camber kit loose now. There's a bolt that goes right here that we loosened up. And if you guys are just wondering how this camber adjustment thing works, it's a two-way camber adjustment. So you're gonna adjust it from here and from back here. But we don't really need that much adjustment. We're just gonna mess with it a little bit. So what I did is this bolt was right here. And what I did, I broke it loose, and then let's see, let it focus for a bit. Go to a desired thread where you want to go, and then you're gonna have to pop it off right here. You just gotta come on. There you go. So this thing pops off like that, and then you kind of twist this whole thing until it goes to the, until it catches up to the bolt. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let's see. Do it from here. Am I doing it the right way? There we go. Oh no, I'm not. I'm doing it the wrong way. There you go. So once you get it, you just gotta tighten it a little bit right here with your hand, tighten it, or you can get a wrench and tighten it a little bit to be safe. And then you mock it back here. And then once you have it mocked up and you have your bolt in, get your wrench and really fasten the bolts down. So fasten this real good, fasten this real good to make sure it doesn't break loose. So yeah, I'm gonna take some closer measurements and see how much I had on the other side, so I can do it over here, and probably take some measurements right here too, so we can lower the coilover a bit, and we'll see where she stands. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, so just a little update. So we got the car where we wanted to sit, as far as height goes. Just take a look in the back. So everything's adjusted. It's sitting where I would have wanted to sit. And now we ran into some more issues. The first being the inner tie rod. Now that it's around like 3/4 of an inch or half an inch lower than it used to be, there's actually the thread here is keeping us from aligning the car properly. We need a smaller tie rod and or one with more thread to align it properly, because now the car is like towed in. You can probably see right there, it's kind of towed in compared to this one here. It's also a little bit towed in, so that's keeping us from aligning the car. So I had to order some adjustable K-tune tie rod kit. So here it is. Here, as you can see, it's adjustable, and more thread than the OEM one too. So that's the first issue. Alright, update here. You can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. So here we got K-tuned adjustable tie rod ends. As you can see, I'm already adjusting them. They come a lot shorter than the OEM one, so I had to extend it a bit because they were the car was towing out like that way. So I'm extending them, and I'm kind of slightly I guess I'm trying to get the tires, or I want the wheels to face somewhat in the right direction before I go get it aligned. So I'm just eyeballing it and just trying to get it the best aligned as I can before taking it to a shop. So yeah, we're just messing with this for now. New tie rod ends too. And here's what I was telling you guys about the axle boot and the coilover. So you can see this is the metal, and then this is the actual boot. And there's, let's see if I can just show you guys how it happened. So there's the boot, and then there's barely any play. It's barely touching. I might have to raise it a bit, or like I said, swap out the spring, or I might get in contact with the case sport and see if I can just like trim this down a bit, which I'm sure would avoid warranty, but I want to know if that's an option, because I don't want to raise the car. Like I said, it's not even low, that low. So yeah, we're just tightening things up. I had to remove the air intake and the strip bar to access these nuts here. The tool I rented at AutoZone for this right here is kind of like a little special tool for it. It didn't fit because it was rubbing against this right here. Not really sure what you call this, but the tool was too big and too fat, so I just had to get some wrenches and improvise, get hammers, you know, break it loose, real pain in the ass, but it's done now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep adjusting this and get as best as line as I can, and then take it to a shop. So yeah, I'm gonna keep her going. All right, so we got the tie rod and tie rod fastened, bolted on properly. As you can see, I did my best to adjust it. It's not too bad. Yeah, everything's nicely tied and fastened. What I'm gonna do now is gonna start with basically just mounting up the air intake again, getting that tidied down. Once that's finished up, I'm gonna put the strut bar back on in place, and then kind of go over like another like check, you know, just to make sure everything's nice and sturdy. Put this spark plug cover back on, and then drop her down, and we should be done. We shouldn't run into any more issues. We think addressed everything that needs to be done, and we can finally get this baby aligned. Oh yeah, for all you other DC5 owners, since Honda knew this, these cars always break down, there's a little second little pin right here that you can use to lift your HUD a bit more. I had no idea that was a thing until today. So yeah, kind of ignorant on my side, but yeah, thought you guys pretty funny. I was struggling with the hood, like up, you know, because I was in the engine bay. I was like, God damn it, I should like take the hood off, but look at that. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna set her down, get her aligned, and get back to driving this thing, because it's been like almost 3 weeks, like 2.5 weeks. All right, to close off today's video, just gonna go a little recap what we did. So we got the K Sport coilovers, Skunk 2 racing camber kit, K-tuned adjustable tie rods, and the brakes. So whole fitment issue with the tires, it was a mess. The tires were just way too I guess like small, and I couldn't really make the fitment work. So I ended up getting a bigger tire. The specs on the other tires were like 230s by 25s, and the specs on these tires are let's see if I can find them, 235 by 40, so bigger sidewall. That cleared up the gap issue we had without actually owning the car or lifting it anymore. I'm sorry. And yeah, that's where she sits now. It's like right the perfect mix between functionality and I guess like fitment for like just like visual purposes, I guess. So we're running like -2 on the rear. Let's see if you guys can see it, and like -1 on the front. So, you know, not crazy, keeping it street specs, you know what I mean. And yeah, this is where she sits now. I didn't really properly close off the video before because of the tires. I got to get new tires, and I tweaked with the ride adjustments again, you know, as far as height goes and all that. So yeah, no rubbing issues. Obviously this car has independent suspension, so the car actually squats down and cambers in when it squats. So the wheel's nice and tucked in, and it is rolled also the rear and the front, so no issues there. The only rubbing issue we have is up front with this fender liner. I'm sure you guys can see, but nothing with the actual fender itself. This little crack here is from a pothole. And yeah, car handles really well, and like I said, it's perfect for street and functionality. So handles good, don't want to worry about speed bumps, as long as I, you know, kind of take it slow. No exhaust rubbing against anything, and surprisingly the brakes are holding up pretty good too as far as the color goes. And yeah, so yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. As far as content goes, I have a bunch stacked up that I'm going to be uploading. And like I said, I'm going to be a lot more consistent now. I'm going to try to upload at least weekly now. I got a lot of content, like I said, so it shouldn't be a problem. And I got other stuff coming in probably next month for the car as well. So stay tuned, guys, and thanks for watching. Peace.